crap. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that in. So, I went to the Simpsonville concert. Yeah. So, first off, I want to say I don't blame Ghost. I don't blame Amon Amarth. Hell, I don't even blame the person behind the venue. I blame, from what we were told on the news, the higher power that said they couldn't say anything about the show until they said they could, which is fucking idiotic. People sat out there. I was lucky enough to be in a car, but my fellow ghouls and ghoulettes sat out there for hours waiting for updates and got updates and basically got blue-balled by saying that, hey, we're trying to put the show back up, and then a curfew an hour later, and then they finally said they moved it. But let me back up. Let me back up to the beginning here. So we get there. It's a long ass line, and like I said, my dad knows the person behind the venue. My birthday's coming up in October, and he was nice enough to, and he owns it, so I don't think he can get fired. But he let us skip the line and gave us pit passes. He's done this multiple times, and I've always thanked him for it, and I've always appreciated it. We got the pit passes, and I was very excited, man. I thanked him. I shook his hand. I said, thank you so much. I've been waiting to see these guys. I've been busting my ass in school to see these guys, and I'm ready. Just thank you so much. So we got our merch. We went to the merch stand, and this was before the line was really long. Like, this was, like, people that already got there really early and already got in the venue. Or, like, because there was people in there, but the doors weren't open, so that's confusing. Well, no, they were open. I misspoke. They were open, and the line was just really long, because I remember us moving. I got this really cool hoodie with Pop on the back, and then I got this really cool shirt, and I just realized I got both of his priest outfits. I got the Bat Priest and the normal Papa Priest. So that's pretty cool. I got both variations. So, we're sitting there. We went up there. We went up to the food stand. Got some pizza. Man, that thing was giant. It was as big as my head. And finally, we're down there. 10 minutes, and there's just this giant, luminous cloud right over the whole venue. I mean, like, sunny. It's sunny, but there's a cloud back there that we know is coming. So, the only picture I have, and I might put it up right here, is just this Amon Amarth stage. This is just before the show, and I was planning to take more pictures, but I couldn't. So, the album of Ghosts and Amon Amarth, because I make albums for my my concert attendance. I make albums and put the photos in there. There's only one, and it's just the Amon Amarth before the show. Well, Amon Amarth kicks off. Literally, as soon as the song starts, man, it starts sprinkling rain. Then, like, by the end of the song, it is pouring. Now, we were lucky enough to have some ponchos. Put that bitches on. We're a bit dry, but also wet. Very wet. I mean, there's like a river down below us. And, like, just this whole situation made me want to make a video. I haven't made a video in a long time. And I said, you know what? I attended it. And, like, I see people talking about it. And you know what? Why not? So, like I said, this river is under us, and it's moving, man, and people in the pit are still rocking out, and Amon Amarth are good, man. I'm not even a black metal person, but I gotta tell you right now, them motherfuckers were good. I liked them. I very much liked them. Just Amon Amarth, dude, I loved it, especially Hedron. I didn't know what they were saying, because all I heard was from the rain, but, like, yeah, so one news thing that got it wrong. They said that somebody told them that the concert was going, and then lightning struck, which caused the show to be which caused it to do a delay. No, the singer said this, and I quote, "There is too much water up here." This was right after Hedron. He says this, and I quote, There is too much water up here. We need to take a break. We're sorry. And about a minute later, da-dum, thunder, lightning, right there to the left side of the stage. And I'm just thinking in my head, fuck, we're about to evacuate and have to wait for 30 minutes to get back in this venue for a show that might not even happen. So I'm sitting there and I do a bad thing. Like when things happen and like they just feel shitty or things don't feel real, I start to depersonalize and I started staring. And we evacuate and finally we're out of the building, out of the venue, I mean. And now begins the shit show. So we sit in the car, I take the poncho off, and my hoodie's soaked, man. I got this shirt and this hoodie, but it was too hot to put the hoodie on. So I, like, wrapped it around. And then when I sat down and, even putting the poncho over, the hood part and this part right here were both soaking wet. So I had to sit there and let it dry. My shirt, however, was dry. But, anyway. So, it takes, about, I'd say, an hour and a half for the rain. No, about an hour / 30 minutes. Just either 30 minutes or an hour. When the rain stopped. And there was no lightning. None. And the thing is, when lightning strikes, there's a 30-minute delay. If another lightning strikes, and from what that venue's rule, I'm pretty sure it was like, 3.1 miles away, somewhere around there, 3 miles away. If it's as long as that, then we're good, from what I'm saying, from what I think. So, it resets every time lightning strikes. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Say, you can be on 29 minutes. Got 1 minute left. Da-dum, 30 minutes. So, basically, the rain stopped. The lightning stopped. And then, this nice girl, with her people that drove a long-ass time, started talking to me. And then, gave me a choice of these friendship bracelets that she made for the concert, specifically for the concert. I picked Opus Eponymous, the first one, the first album from Ghost. Amazing. So, I got this thing. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at my hoodie. I'm like, I hope we can still see Ghost. It takes a fucking hour. Another hour to get the first update. And the update is, hey, we're trying to put the show back on. But since my dad already knows the owner, right? He's texting the owner. And he's like, hey, can we get an update? Owner's like, we're trying to put the show back on. We think we'll be good. And then like a minute later, he's like, oh crap, maybe not. So we already knew the show probably wasn't gonna happen. But and even the security guards were telling the people outside that show's canceled, leave. People leave and then get that update on Facebook that the show might be going on. So they try to come back, but the cops blocked the access point to the CC&B. They didn't block the exit. No, they blocked the entrance. So nobody else, if you left, you left. You were done. You didn't come back. And if you tried to come back, the cop would be like, no, 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 no. So, that's basically how that ended up. And if Ghost did play and you left, then you're shit out of luck. Well, lucky for them, they didn't play. Because about, maybe like 30 minutes after we got that first update, people started singing SpongeBob SquarePants. People started chanting, saying let us in. People started playing Ghost songs on an acoustic guitar. Just trying to keep people entertained and keep their spirits up while they were tired and soaking wet. So, finally, after about 2 hours, another update comes. We're sorry to the fans of Ghost, and this is a paraphrase. This is not completely what they said. We're sorry to the fans of Ghost, but the concert from 8/29 has been moved to 8/31 due to a storm. All tickets that were purchased for Tuesday will be honored on Thursday. So for us, that's good news because we live locally. But for the people that drove hours and still got work the next morning, they can't, man. Like, imagine that was somebody's first concert. And that's what happened. They got shit on. The same lady comes up and she's like, well, since there's no show, I'll just give you the rest. So now I have these as a nice thing. And on the Ghost subreddit, there's actually somebody who has the same faith one. So I think they met the same person. If that person is watching this right now, thank you, for real. You know, it wasn't that good of an experience, but you made it better. And these are up here with my Ghost and my Iron Maiden display up here, as well as a Slipknot mask. That's basically just all, like, band stuff. And I haven't got a pop-up mirror figure up there. But thank you, for real. These are a nice little souvenir. I'm sorry that you had to drive from all the way that you did and you didn't get to see the show. And I'm sorry to everybody else that didn't get to see the show. But this ain't done yet. No, I'll go put these up real quick. But no, we ain't done. We ain't done with what happened, baby. More happened. So, I went to 3 Doors Down. And, Candlebox. That show was already planned for us to go to. Before the Ghost. And I didn't mention the fact that my dad bought these tickets 6 months before the concert happened. Spent over $1,000 from the seats that we were at. Because you'll see in the photo, we were damn close, man. And my dad spent thousands of dollars just to get shit on by some rain. Now, he got his refund. But are Ghosts coming to the CCNB again? Fuck no, they are not. From the statement that Tobias released, it sounded like a passive-aggressive Yelp review. And, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. But, like, I don't think I want to because of how long it is. And I'll just give you a nice little, a nice little summary. But before all that, we're at 3 Doors Down. It's sprinkling rain. Not too bad. 3 Doors Down are in the middle of their set. And that's when I see the Ghost message. The Ghost message, paraphrased, this is not quoting, this is a summary. Sorry for taking so long to respond to this. But when we got there really early for practice got rained out as well. And some of our equipment was kind of destroyed, but we have a good road crew and they replaced those parts and we were good to go. We were ready to do a show. Then they talk about Amon Amarth playing and getting rained out. Because he says, unlike the CCNB, that there was nothing covering the sides, and the roof was real small, no cover. So, in other words, the stage got fucking rained out. And I didn't mention this, but during Amon Amarth, their back, thing of the Vikings started falling down because of the rain, and you could see Ghost set in the background. Which also, from what I remember, Ghost used to actually, have fabric as their stained glass, but now it's LED. I guess that's for Square Hammer when it changes into the different design. But that fucked them over, man. The curtain would have been destroyed, yes. But with that being LED, that's even worse. So, going further on, paraphrasing what Tobias said, their equipment was destroyed. And, actually, I didn't mention this, but we got a message from somebody who was backstage who another person that my dad knows, and he said the sound equipment was fucked up, so most likely shit was not going to happen. And CCB never said that. On their official Facebook page, there is nothing that says, hey, the equipment's fried, we're sorry, the concert can't happen. You could have saved so many people's time. You could have saved so many people's, like, they stood there, they were wet and cold. And you let them stand there without anything. But, continuing, paraphrasing what Tobias said, they were trying to figure out, like, hey, how do we tell the fans? We want to tell them now, so we don't waste their time. And he said, we were met with legalese, which basically means they were met with lawyer talk. They were met with, legalese. And, Malin, don't start! I'm recording a video! Sorry, my dog. So, they didn't release a statement. They weren't able to release a statement of, that the concert wasn't going to continue, because they already knew their shit was fucked up. Well, since their equipment was so fucked up, Tobias tried to call in for some new equipment, and then found out that the equipment would take 2 to 3 days at a minimum. At a minimum means, well, you know what at a minimum means. That means it's either this, or it's going to take longer. So they couldn't play on Thursday. Everybody's tickets were refunded. And, that's how the Ghost Simpsonville concert went. It's just really unfortunate. I mean, you might sense some anger seeping out of this video. But, truthfully, I've gone to the CCNB for so long, seeing so many big bands, and never, in my time of seeing bands at the CCNB, has shit like this gone down the way it did. They've always been good communicators. Like, we saw Five Finger Death Punch, and it rained that out, and it was pouring rain. Literally 15 minutes after that, the CCNB said they were trying to get the show back up, and then we were back in there 20 minutes later. I got a theory. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but Ghost and their concept and their gimmick in the Bible Belt caused this. It caused this. I don't care what anyone says. There was, from what I've heard, there was higher-ups that were saying they don't want acts like this in Simpsonville again. And, dude, it's literally like Kiss in the 80s. It's the fucking Satanic Panic again. Except, yes, this is a satanic concept band. It's a satanic pope. None of the members are actually satanic. Okay, there's like, from what I know, 1 or 2 Christian members. And like, the rest of them may not have a religion, but they're not satanic. Christians like that make us a laughingstock. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. This is one of my favorite bands. I love the concept. They're unique. They do their own thing. Have you seen any other band that has a singer with one white eye? I'm waiting for your answer. The answer's no! Now, you may see some skull paint, but I have never seen another band that does a satanic church concept, makes fun of the Catholics, and it's funny. I'm Christian, and I like this. So, also, I want to take this time to talk about, the Facebook moms that were on Facebook during this whole thing, saying that God sentenced this storm so that people couldn't see ghosts. There was a lot of people saying that they wanted people to get struck by lightning because they wanted to see a ghost. Now, you can laugh at this. You can say it's funny. But us as Christians, man, that's a bad example. Love thy neighbor. It doesn't matter what thy neighbor believes, thy neighbor wants, thy neighbor sees. Wishing lightning striking an innocent person because they're seeing a band? That's stupid. And not only is that stupid, that's unhuman-like. That's psychotic. Wishing harm on somebody because they're seeing a fucking band. So, Ghost is not coming back to the CCB. Tobias is pissed. Tobias is not happy. And when Tobias is not happy, Tobias don't come back. So I can only hope they come to the Bon Secours Arena. I can only hope that they come somewhere around Charleston. I can only hope that they come somewhere around back here. Because when I first discovered Ghost, I loved how unique they were. I loved how I had never seen anything like them before. And there was a lot of times where I had some bad moments and I put on some Ghost and I was in a good mood. So I can only hope that they come somewhere around here again. But anyway, that's the end of the video. If anybody else had some Ghost experiences from CCMB and you're interacting with this video, thank you. If anybody is interacting with this video right now, thank you. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want to. I don't post that much because like I'm not good at editing, okay? I'm trying to work on it. And I'm also trying to work on my videos. Yeah. So yeah. That was Ghost Simpsonville. And I did forget to mention there was a funny part before the concert where everybody like put up their Papa 4 plushies and like started swinging them around. It was really fucking funny. There was like 90 of them bitches in the crowd. Alright, well, have a nice day. Have a safe trip. See you.